Hey guys, so we're gonna be doing a makeup look today that is perfect for hooded eyes, or if like me, you have a little bit of a step in your eye crease. So I'm gonna be starting off with the AF94 Eye Crayon. I'll link the shade down below because I don't know, but this is such an amazing product. It's super blendable, so like light and cream. Love. It was my first time trying it and I love it. Anyway, if you are like me, if you have slightly hooded lids like me, you have like a little bit of a step in your eye crease, or if you have hooded eyes, this is a perfect placement and eye look for your eye shape. You want to focus more on the outer corner. This is something that I've talked about a lot, but I think people really get focused on eyeshadow is like for your lids when it isn't just for your lids. So I am creating kind of like a smoky wing, but I'm focusing everything kind of like blown out. So I'm using the very outer corner of my eye as my guide. I'm slowly kind of like going back in and building that up. It all depends on your eye shape. So you can kind of see that I'm blending up into the crease a little bit. If you have very, very hooded eyes and you have very low eyebrows, you don't even need to worry about that. You can just take a little bit of that color from the very outer corner and blend it outward. Exactly, like that direction. Just think that shape, okay? That is the important shape that you are going for. Next, if you want to create a little bit larger look to your eyes and you have hooded eyes, defining the lower lash line can really, really help with that. So taking a little bit on the outer corner, kind of connecting it downward, and keeping it on the very outer corner will maintain like a little bit of a lift. You can blend it all the way in to the inner part of your inner corner, the inner part of your inner corner. But that will like kind of even out your eyes. So it'll create less of a lift and a little bit more of just create more of like a horizontal shape, if that makes sense. So the more you focus the color or the contrast on the outer part of your eyes, the more of kind of like a lift it'll give. So if you feel like your eyes have been dragged down, you might want to give that a try. So I'm just going back in, picking up a little bit more to focus even more on the outer corner. So building up that contrast back and forth. I just wanted to show you the whole process with like very few cuts so that you could really get a sense for like how I create this. It's really just kind of like looking at your face. Like it really, really helps to stop. You can see I'm stopping a lot and looking straight into my mirror because I want to see how it's all going to lay. Another option is to add a little bit of a shimmer. So again, if you have like really, really low brows, I'm using this Hindash, I can't remember what it's called, but it's such a beautiful product. If you have super low brows, like imagine that my brows are literally at my crease, like just above my lid. Adding that tiny pop, like maybe when your eyes are open, you won't even see it, but if you blink, if you look down as you move around, you will just see this tiny little bit of highlight that is so gorgeous. Like it just adds like a really beautiful dimension and it makes your eyes stand out even more. So it may not be like super shimmery, but I think having that little reflect when you like blink or look down or whatever just adds like a really beautiful effect and kind of like mystery to the eyes. Obviously highlighting the inner corner is something that like you don't have to do if you don't want to, but it does kind of like help to open up the eyes. So if you feel like your eyes end up looking like really small or just kind of dark, then adding that tiny reflect just in the inner corner is really helpful. And then I don't know, I just felt like showing you the rest of that. Now we're gonna do winged liner. So you can see I have a little bit of that step. So I'm starting at that step. I'm kind of using my eyeshadow as a guide for where I'm gonna put it. So I'm drawing a straight line. Well, it's got like a tiny bit of a lift. And then I'm going to drag right from my bottom lash line, the outer corner of my bottom lash line, and connect it up to that line, which full disclosure, and you'll see it, the wing kept getting longer and longer, okay? We went real long, which is totally fine. You gotta make it even, you know what I mean? As long as it's even, it can be to your temple. So once you have that, then you wanna drag from that first line that you created back to the bottom of your lash line. So I'm drawing basically like straight. You could also draw straight down. I'm just kind of following that angle back to my lower lash line. So you can see that it's like kind of like a geometric shape at this point. And then draw that line so that it connects to your actual lash line. So you can leave it as like a geometric shape, but this is just going to, you know, make it look more finished, essentially. So you can see that I've created that like nice line by navigating that step, so that when I blink, you can see that it stays as kind of like that. You've got that, it's called like a bat wing eyeliner situation. Something to keep in mind, and this is something that I've learned, is that like it's not going to be exactly the same on both sides. That can be really difficult to figure out, so it's definitely going to take some practice. But I wanted to show you how I do it, how I have been like kind of loving my makeup recently. I've been really focusing on the shape, especially when I do a winged liner. You don't have to focus up there. You don't have to bring your eyeshadow all the way up to your brows. Focus on that outer corner, man. You can put your makeup anywhere you want. I hope that this helped. I love the look. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And I will see you in the next one.